My name is Sammy Bradar, Associate Group Editor for the National Provisioner. I'm here today with Burcon NutraScience Corporation's Kip Underwood, CEO. Kip, thank you so much for joining me for today's discussion on the trajectory of the plant-based protein category and ingredients.
Sammy, thanks for having us today. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, to kick off today's conversation, Kip, can you tell me, this is a big question, but how is the plant-based protein category evolving and changing from where it was just a few years ago?
Well, I think I might even go back much more than a few years ago. So I was running plant protein, soy protein production trials at that point in time, new age proteins 30 years ago. So I've been in the plant protein space for a very long time. And I guess the three things I see are, one, protein in general for consumers has probably never been hotter, right? And specifically plant protein. And people are seeking plant protein for A, nutritional benefits, B, they understand that plant-based foods are healthier for them. More and more consumers understand that plant-based foods, plant-based proteins are healthy for our planet. And then more and more weight management consumers are looking for more protein-dense foods, think especially those on GLP-1, Ozempic type medications. And the combination of that truly makes this probably the most dynamic and the most exciting time for plant proteins in my entire career.
That's great. That's great. Kip, how is this booming health and wellness movement impacting sales for, and especially consumer interest in plant-based protein and ingredients?
Well, I think first that we talked about the demand is there. And then for us in particular, with our technological advancements, we had to remember that, yes, they want to be healthier. They want the planet to be healthier. They want to seek these things. But food is also about enjoyment. We eat for enjoyment. We eat for joy. So we have to deliver the health and wellness benefits, yes. And it has to be foods that are familiar, that taste great, that you're excited to go purchase and eat and enjoy. And that's really where Burcon's technology shines.
Absolutely. Taste is everything. If there's one big takeaway from IFT, it's consumers want their food is fuel, but they want it to taste good as well. And that sounds fair.
Absolutely. Well, for you and I as well, right? So if you want to go back and buy it more than once and enjoy it more and eat it more than once, you have to enjoy the experience. And that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. And Burcon's proteins in particular have this neutral flavor. Kip, can you talk a little bit about why neutral flavor is beneficial for plant-based protein producers specifically?
Yeah, thank you, Sammy. So for Burcon, we have the highest purity in the marketplace. And what that extra purity delivers is more neutral flavor, wider in color. And then what that does is, then we go to the brand owners, the food companies, that allows them to incorporate that protein in the foods that we buy and then deliver better against their consumers' needs. So a lot of times I talk about our job is to deliver the food company a blank canvas. So then they can go create the foods that meet all of our needs, including a great experience or tasting great.
Yeah, absolutely. People might, especially myself, I might not think of a bland and neutral flavor as beneficial in production, but it really, really is a boon for these producers for sure.
Definitely.
Aside from off flavors, what are the main concerns that plant-based producers are dealing with right now? And Kip, how can they best address these issues?
So first, I think there's a couple of things. One, we have to remember that we're not selling technology. Technology underpins what is possible, but again, it's about selling, working with food companies, delivering an experience. So we have to keep that in. Second, I think it's around understanding different plant proteins, including Burcon's technology, have different strengths. So how do we leverage the strengths, multiple proteins, like maybe it would be our Peas SP protein, our Solatine Sun protein. You put those together and 1 + 1 is 3. And then that gives the food company more degrees of freedom, more levers to pull to meet the consumer's experience. And I think third is, again, just to remember also that we're driving change in the food industry and we're helping consumers try new things. That often is not a linear path. So anticipate that, right? Anticipate that as new and change happens, there'll be some bumps in the road, and be prepared for that and ready to deal with it.
Absolutely. Well, Kip, this is actually my last question for you, but is there anything else about the alternative protein category or Burcon in general that you'd like to share with the National Provisioner audience?
Yes, Sammy, thank you. So first, we're tremendously excited to both be part of this industry, part of the plant-based food movement, and in many areas leading that, right? So, I mean, our underlying technology platform delivers a portfolio of plant proteins from sun, pea, canola, and fava. And we believe that their difference in quality, the purity, extra purity, and maybe the combination of those are going to help food companies meet not just today's consumer needs, but tomorrow's consumer needs for plant-based foods as well.
Absolutely. It's an exciting time in the industry for sure. And there's so much innovation on the forefront. So we're excited to see what the category will do and where it's going to go from here.
Thank you, Sam. Really appreciate the time today.